Are you James?
Hey,
Thanks.
good to see you.
Okay.
All right, nerds, let's go.
I like your headshot.
Oh, yeah, my
Very stylish.
I like that.
They were like, now do a funny pose.
I gave DC Superhero Girls to my 8-year-old nephew for Christmas, and I'm just really interested what your thoughts are, what sort of feedback you've gotten maybe from boys engaging with the series too, because I feel like, when there's this marginalized group, it's like, oh, it's for those people.
Right.
But
It's
obviously it could be for anyone.
It's definitely, we think that a boy can enjoy it just as much as a girl. It features more female characters, but we all grew up seeing a lot of male heroes and we were okay. So I think it's good for little boys to see female heroes too. So it's definitely I had a lot of little boys come up to me at Comic Cons and say how much they love it, or say how Bumblebee's their favorite character. We have a whole new generation of boys coming up, and it's people like you that are making sure that they see these other character portrayals it's really important.
At conventions, I get this from dads a lot. I'm going to go back to My Little Pony because that's the other title I work on, and DC Superhero Girls, because they're both female-driven books. Ponies, they're girls. DC Superheroes, majority girls. And dads are like, oh, I don't want my kid reading that because it has female characters. I'm like, well, what's wrong with that? I'm like, you let your kid read Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I'm like, all right, why do you let your kid read that? And they're like, well, it's these 4 brothers going on these adventures, having a great time and bonding. And I'm like, really? So, I don't know what these stories are. I'm like, exactly the same thing. They're just girls fighting crime, doing amazing things, getting to know each other, growing together, and they just happen to be female, and then it's like touche. So after my little conversation, most dads come back to me a show later going, all right, you're right, it's a good read. I'm like, well, what did I tell you? So you just got to change the perspective that girls like the boys' stuff. Why can't boys like the girls' stuff? It's amazing stuff. If it's good work, it's good work.
I think you just have to keep pushing that's a narrative, it's not a truth.
Yeah.
Like this idea, and when I was in comics in 2008, people would always call something like a girl's story. Like the first graphic novel I did, they were like, this is a story about girls, and they were like, it's a story about high school.
Yeah.
And it's true, we grew up reading boys' stories. I grew up reading many things, obviously. But I think that it's not that I was like, well, I don't understand this if it's if it's in England, I don't get it. Or if it's in China, I don't get it. You do. That's the whole point of reading.
Yeah, emotions are universal.
Yes, they are.
How do you feel about what DC does? Of course, you start off with DC Superhero Girls, you start them off young, and then you did Supergirl being super, which is more of a teenage type story, and then you move into the adult stuff. Do you think DC is doing a really good job of doing that step-by-step process of going from childhood to adulthood with their books?
I don't think I think of it that way. I think of telling good stories. So I like writing a lot of the kids' stuff. I like the target age that DC Superhero Girls is for. And I think, comics, how many titles does DC put out every month? They better have something for everyone. So I think that's the only way the comic industry is going to survive and grow.
Yeah. Also, I think, it's like, YA isn't for kids completely. I mean, how many, when you go to a Harry Potter party, everyone's 40.
Very true.
So it's not this is only for these people. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Lumberjanes. Typically, the Lumberjanes is for,
that's a good book. Yeah,
middle grade. So I think it's about being true to that age, not necessarily for that audience, per se.
Writing smart stories. We were talking about the night table. Kids understand a lot more than you think.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
They could read the smart stories. And when you write books, like what Shea does with DC Superheroes, it's really smart. She's writing this for that age thing, but she's writing it that if you're someone else reading it, you can still enjoy it because it's a good story. It's a fun story. And when you focus on that, you could get all different types of audience, and that's what the market needs right now. It needs different audiences. We can't just be gearing towards the exact same people because it's not going to grow. So DC's being really smart right now. They're like, okay, what don't we have? What do we think people want? And they're actually giving them different stuff. Now you can have kids and adults and teens, everyone reading something.
That was my point.
Yeah, love it.
To piggyback on that point, where do you see comic books going, let's say 10 to 20 years from now, as far as representation or telling those untold stories that have not been told before?
I think it's got to be that it's just got to be continually more diverse and understanding what diversity actually means. That it means in terms of class and race and body type and, it's not just let's just switch up
age.
Like the where we just like switch up the ages or whatever. It has to be that we really are seeing that there's more stories to be told, more experiences, and you're going to embrace the complexity of all of those things. So that it's not just that like, oh well, we've made this character Asian. It's that we understand all of the things that you can be when you're Asian.
Hopefully. And we've seen huge breakout successes in the non-cape side of comics recently too, graphic novels, and just having more complex storytelling and just creating that diversity of voices behind the stories as well.
When the concept of the show first came about, was there pushback from the network at all about producing it, or were they like fully on board with the project?
From the beginning, DC and everybody was really supportive. I don't know if it would have been that way 10 years ago. I think it's definitely, people are slowly but surely moving in the right direction, and we still have a ways to go, but I think people, because now you are seeing the female executives in a lot of these roles that grew up loving Batman. Like, we were on a panel a few weeks ago, and everybody is like, Batman the Animated Series is one of my influence. Like that, these shows that were so big for the people who are now in the decision-making roles. I think you're just going to get a ton more of those kind of shows that are for everyone.
Yeah. Batman's amazing. I'm sorry. If you love Batman, you love so many things.
Yeah.
Like you love Adam, like the geeky Batman. You love animated Batman. You love super dark, angry Batman. I love that about that.
And I think right now what's happening is people are like, oh, we need a girl's book. Let's put this on, and it's not the right team. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a TV show, comic. If you don't put the right creative team on it, the book's not going to succeed. So I think DC is looking at the creative teams going, all right, we need the right people for this project, and they're going to take the time to put the right people on the right projects to make sure they do succeed. And I think hopefully we'll see more of that in the future, not just projects being shelved because you need the diversity, but putting the right team to make that diversity a success.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happening right now.
Yeah. I feel like there's more listening happening too. Like when you say like, I think this is how this should be, it's not just like, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's like an actual conversation. It's great.
Is there someone in the industry that you've always wanted to work with but haven't had the opportunity?
That's a
I'm
trick
working with them
question.
now.
That's the question that you can't ever say to anyone because then everybody else will know.
I mean, I've worked with like Joelle Jones, who is incredible.
She's great.
And I've gotten to work with my cousin, obviously. Like, I really work with like such diversity. And it's weird because sometimes you're just like, it's a blind date. Like, you have no idea if it's going to get along or not. But I've had really like experiences.
I would really like Gail Simone to write me.
Oh,
So when I first met Gail, because I was already a huge fan of hers, she's like one of those people where I just froze. So I think she thought I was like the weirdest person ever. Because I kind of in the middle of shaking her hand. I don't know. It's like you just meet someone who you like looked up to, and all of a sudden you're like, and she was really cool. Like, yeah, it was super weird. And now it's awesome. Because now I know her as a colleague. Like, I talk to her, and it's really cool. But yeah, if she ever writes a story, I'll be like, yeah.
Thank you.